Shkayach.
Thank you, Mayor. It's the
Ah.
17th of January. This is Rabbi Furst, Mishna Berura.
Okay, good. See, see, really, it's a 3. Would you like to read for us a bit?
I can't right now. I've got to take care of something.
Okay. All right. So then, Hanukkah, you want to read? But just to me, if you could read loud so they could hear, but whatever.
Yeah. Im ochel v'chot v'kazayit. Yes, mi shomer she'ein tzarich l'tila.
So if a person's going to eat less than a kazayas of bread, there are those who say he does not require to wash his hands. No requirement of washing his hands. Let's see the Mishnah Berura Sifkat and Yud. V'chot mikazayas. He's going to eat less than a kazayas of bread.
V'chot mikazayit v'chot. Bread, shiva, akla. Af, inyan, bracha, Amazon. V'hinei, Bataz, Pasuk, Pasak, Ken, Ladina, Ladin, Sarich, Latila. Ken,
The answer again.
Sarich, Latila.
Why is it that a person that is eating less than a kazayas doesn't have to wash his hands? Because number one, it's not considered to be a chila, even in terms of birkas hamazon. Now that you should know, hine that taz chasak kain ledina, they ain't tzorach latila. You should know that the taz paskins this way, that in fact you do not need to have natilas yadayim for eating less than a kazayas of bread. Okay, v'chein hu das abach. Birche Yosef.
Berura Yosef, Lavi, Ken, Hashem, Rabat, Rashbat.
So you see that the Taz is paskening that for less than a kazayas you don't have to wash your hands at all, and also that's the das of the Bach, and also the Vilna Gaon, the Gra is also agreeable to that. But Berche Yosef also, and it's also brought via Cain b'shem Rashbats. It's also cited the same way in the name of the Rashbats. Hamudos.
Again.
Magen Avraham.
Magen
Avraham.
Aliyah, Rabba, V'od, Achronim, Da'af, V'pachot, Kazayat, Dinei, V'pachot, Kazayat.
Now, the das of the Lechem Chamudos and the Magen Avraham and the Eliyahu Rabbah would owed further Achronim, latter-day authorities, that even in a case where a person is going to be eating less than a kazayas, the halacha is the same as if he were eating less than a kabeya.
Alken, Tchila, Nachon, Lachamid, Lachamir.
So since you have the opinion of the Lechem Chamudos and the Magen Avraham and the Eliyahu Rabbah and other latter-day authorities, that even on a Pekos Mekazai, it's the same halacha as Pekos Mekabeya, and that you should wash, however, do not make a bracha. Alkain, the Mishnah Berura paskins now, Alkain, therefore, lichatchila, ideally, it's proper, nachon lahachmir bezeh, to be machmir, to wash your hands, but certainly not make a bracha. So that's the psak of the Mishnah Berura, that if a person is going to be eating less than a kazayas, right, he should wash his hands, but without a bracha.
Achal Pat Pat Lamatek Lamatek Harifot Ashi Ashtia Beofen Hamvar Lakaman Simon Rishud Bet De Ein Sarich Lavarech Hamotzi Mishum Tahu Tefo Vihishtia.
So the person, and the Mishnah goes on to a side point, relevant though, that if a person is going to, in a case where he's eating bread in order, right, to counteract the harifus of his drink. Let's say he's drinking Slivovitz, 100 and some on percent proof liquor, right? So he wants a little bit of bread to help it go down, right? So in such a case like that, as it's explained in Siman Reshud Beis, ain't tzorich of motzi. You don't make a motzi in such a case. You're just eating the bread in order to be able to get the slivovitz down your throat. In that case, the bread is tuffle to the shtia, to the drinking, and therefore you don't even make a bracha motzi on it. And all others add on that
The Tilat, the Daim, Ein Sorich, Af Im Yesh, Bo, Zayat, Kabetza, Sika.
so there are those that say not only do everyone agrees you don't in such a case like that when the bread's coupled to the drink, everyone agrees that you don't make bracha hamotzi. And there are those that further say that you don't need to wash your hands and certainly not make a bracha, even if you're going to eat a kabeh, you're going to eat a large amount of bread, but the only reason you're eating the bread is to help you get the
whiskey down.
right.
Yes, Umrim, that's Sarich. Ayin Aliyah Rabbah.
There are other opinions that say that you should, in fact, wash your hands. And take a look there in the Eliyah Rabbah. Doesn't mention if these other opinions say you have to make a bracha on it or not, but they say you should wash your hands. And to take a look at the Eliyah Rabbah, apparently maybe you may discuss those points.
Diet, Nirei, Shababadai, Yesh Bismoch, Shalo, Lahatzarif, Natilat, Bezer, Af, Latchila, the Balu, Hachi, Yesh,
To the love,
the love hockey, Makalin, and now.
So in the if it's going to be a less than a kazayas, it appears that definitely you can be relying on those that you don't require to wash your hands. In this case, even in the ideal situation, even at the outset, with tequila, you don't have to wash your hands if it's going to be pekos mekazayis. Because even without that, the fact that the bread is tuffle, you still have mekilim that say in general any amount of bread which is less than a kazai, so you don't have to wash your hands, as we mentioned above.
Al Tila Mahamat
So if it's going to be a kazayas or a beitza, then you should wash your hands, but without a bracha for the netila, because of your suffix, because you have opinions that say some you should wash, some say you shouldn't wash. So at least in this case, we're eating it coupled to the drink, to the schnapps. In that case, you should ideally wash your hands, but definitely without a bra. Okay. Very good. Okay, that brings us to Sif Dalit in the Mechaber, back up on top in the Shulchan Aruch. Okay, Mary, you would like to take over a bit?
Yeah, I guess I could. Let's see. Uh, Dalit. Okay, so let's see. Imochel davar shetibulo keachad mishiva mashkin shesimanam yad shachat dam. Okay, well, let's see what all this is. So what if one eats a thing? Shetibulu.
So if a person, you're very familiar with this halacha when it comes to the night of Pesach. And when a person's eating something which is dipped in one of the 7 liquids, and the simanim is yad shakadam. We'll see that in the Haggah, the Hainu, that explains what those 7 types of liquids are. So when a person's going to be dipping his food into one of these 7 liquids, then we'll see there's a requirement to wash your hands. That's why you're familiar with the dipping of the carpus into the salt
Right.
water on Leil Pesach. That's the source of that custom is this halacha over here.
Okay, so he says the Hainu, so it's, excuse me, Yayin, Devash, Shemin, Shemin, Chalav, no, Chalav Tal. Okay, Dam. That's interesting.
Yeah, the Mishnah was going to discuss about dam. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't think we were supposed to eat Dam.
Yeah, right. Well, you're correct. We'll see soon.
Okay, so let's see. So it's the 7 are, I guess, wine, honey, oil, chalav tal. Not
Chalav
sure-
is milk. Chalav is milk.
Oh,
Tal is dew.
oh, he doesn't. Okay, do and then dam, blood.
Right.
Oh, but is Mayim also part of it?
And milk. Don,
Dam and Mayim is the last one. Dam and then you have Mayim at the end.
comes
Oh,
in milk.
Mayim.
Right?
What
Daled
was?
Mem. Dam is Daled Mem. Dam and Mayim.
Yep.
Right, Mayor?
Okay, dam. Okay, dam and Mayim. Okay. Let's see. Velo, the Nagav, Filu, Ein Yadav Nogot Bimkom Hamashkeh. So what lo Nagav, and if it doesn't dry up,
Well, right. Right. Below Nisnage, meaning, and you hadn't dried your hands, meaning, or you hadn't dried the food. Let's say the food hadn't dried.
oh, okay. So when food hasn't dried, okay. Okay, Vafilu Ein Yadav oshka, with an even, if your hands aren't,
Even if the hands don't touch where the liquid is, never, not necessarily your hands touch the liquid, but as long as these foods that you are eating have been moistened by these 7 liquids.
okay. Tzarich netila below bracha. So one needs to do the netila of his hands, washing his hands, but no bracha.
Right. Have to wash your hands without a bracha. Hagar.
Okay, so the Hagah, ve'afilu eino mitabel rak rosh hayarak o hapri afilu hachi ito below bracha. He says even if one only dips like the tip, the head of the vegetable or fruit.
Right. Even if you're only going to be toivel the rosh of the yerek, let's say you have a carrot, right? So you're only going to dip the one end of the carrot in. You're not dipping the whole thing doesn't have to be dipped in, right? Or pre, right?
Oh, okay. Only dip. Okay. Afilu hachi ito below bracha. Okay, so even if you dip it, there's no bracha.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, Mr. Berura. Let's go back
Okay.
now to Sifkat in Yud Aleph.
Yud Aleph? No. Okay. Let's see. Yud Aleph. Davar v'chulei. Okay, so that's Davar shed bit balu kechad mishiva. Okay. Hainu afilu yaraku perotu vasar. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so even if it was vegetables and fruit or meat, okay. The yafagav the al peirot lo tiknu netilat yadayim. So what? Even though it's fruit, you don't not tiknu. Not sure what that is.
Even though that on Paris, lo tikun natilas yudayim, even
Oh,
though that
you
on
don't.
Paris there wasn't a decree to wash your hands.
Oh, okay. Chatam hapeirot atzmam lo nitmeu mehayadayim.
That's talking about a case where the Paris themselves were not defiled through the touching of the hands.
Ah, shayadayim shniyot hein ve'ein sheni oseh shlishi b'chulin.
Right. So because in that case, the way it works is because the hands are considered to be the secondary source of tuma, and a secondary of source of tuna cannot make a third degree tuma in cases of chulin, which we're reading here now. That we're talking about not the trumas and maestros and such like that.
Oh, okay. Okay, Masha Ain Kane, Kishet Tivulin b'mashkeh, let's see.
In contrast, Mashenkin, in contrast, ke shetoivling b'mashke, when you're toivling, when you're dipping the food, the fruits, whatever, vegetable, the meat, in a liquid, ubamashke, and the liquid, kamalan nigo biyadayim mitama. The touching of wet fruits will, through the touching of them by hands, will cause tumah.
Oh, okay. Will cause tumah on them. Okay, liotechila tiknu litol et hayadayim shelo yitamu mashkin al yadam vayifsilu achar kach gam haochel.
So here, when you're dipping the fruits or food, vegetables or meat into the liquid, and as we said, that the liquid, when it's touching the fruits, will now cause that the hands will cause tumah to come upon the food. That's at the beginning, or initially, they made the takana to wash the hands. They shouldn't become defiled through the moisture which is on the hands, and that'll become puzzle. And therefore, afterwards, gamma oichel. Therefore, afterwards, they made the takana also on the food. So now we have the case where the not only the hands will cause, if there's liquids on the hands, to cause tumah on the food, but also conversely, we made another decree that if the food is also wet, it'll cause the tumah to be contracted by the hands. Therefore, you need to wash your hands.
Oh, okay. Wow. Okay, so you'd bet Shetibulo. Okay. Yotan Shokin Peirot O Yarak B'mayim Nakotan Chashiv Tibulu B'mashkeh.
Right? That it says here also, right? That those fruits and vegetables which are soaked in water in order to clean them, is considered to be a tefillah in the mash. It's considered to be as if they've now become moistened and they're considered to be wet in terms of washing.
Oh, okay. V'davar she'ein darko l'tavlo o lihiyot alav mashkeh ein tzarich netilat yadayim.
So something which is not the normal way, Derek Liturgo, it's not the Sheno Dereko, it's not the normal way to dip it, only also love mashkin, or that there is a normal way that it has moisture on it. You don't need to wash your hands for that. The mill said the loshkika, it's something which is not normally occurring, not common. Lo tikno Rabbanan. The Rabbanan did not make a gezeiah.
Oh, okay. Let's see. The milta de lo shechit cha he veloga. Oh, okay. You just said that. Okay. Hatovel etzba'o b'mashkeh Umotzetz ein tzarich netila. I think you just translated all that. Okay, Delo tiknu netilat yadayim ushtiya mashkin udilakama besif vav. Okay, so we'll see it later.
So it's, right. So tatoivel adds boy. A person's going to put his finger b'mashki into liquids, umotzetz, and he's going to lick the finger. Let's say a person, we said honey is one of the 7 liquids, right? So let's say a
Right.
person, he's going to dip his finger into honey and lick the honey off his finger. In that case, you don't have to wash your hands if you're going to do such a thing like that. Because there was no requirement of washing, no decree of washing your hands when you're coming to drink these liquids. Right? These liquids, if you're going to drink or eat these liquids, you don't have to wash your hands to do that. You only have to wash your hands if you're going to be touching hands which are wet with one of these 7 liquids, or if the fruits were conversely wet with one of these 7 liquids. In that case, you have to wash your hands. But if you're going to drink these liquids, right, or even as we said in the Berura, lick your finger, lick honey off your finger, then you don't have to wash your hands for that.
Ah, okay. Let's see, Yud Gimel. Okay, so Echad Meshiva Mashkin, Aval She'ar Minei Mashkin Anischatin Min HaPeirot Einam Chashuvim Mishakin. Oh, okay.
So you have these, one of the 7 liquids, Avoshar Minimashkin, different types of liquids, Anis Chatim Min HaPeirus, Ein Chashuvim Mashkin, or the other liquids which are squeezed from fruits, they're not considered to be mashkin. So if you have orange juice on your banana, if you have well, so it says yayin, so I guess grape juice would be included in wine. But let's say you have any other tomato juice on your fruits and vegetables, those don't have, you don't have to wash your hands for that. Question is, like, say we mentioned water. What about tea? Is tea considered water in this aspect? Let's say soda, Coca-Cola, is that considered water, or is that considered a separate type of a liquid other than water? If it's considered water, you'd have to wash your hands. If it's not considered water, you don't have to wash your hands. So we'll probably get into that in some more detailed discussions as we go through these various 7 mashkims. Again, the 7 mashkims are yain, and that most likely we'll see that most likely will include grape juice as well, maybe, most likely, but we'll have to see that and verify that specifically. And then you have divash, see what kind of divash it is. Shemen, we'll have to see if that's all shemens, or maybe it's just olive oil, maybe it's all shemens. Then you have chalav, milk. Maybe again, there's probably all kinds of milk. What about reconstituted milk, right? You have like baby formula. What's baby formula? Is that considered to be milk? I don't know. Then dam, we'll have to see what's dam. Dam you can't eat. It's forbidden to eat dam. So what's dam doing here? We'll have to see in the Berura. And finally, mayim, we'll have to see what is it, just pure water? Or as I said, maybe coffee, tea, soda. Let's say petal, right? Petal is like 90% water.
Mhm.
What about whiskeys and liquors like we were learning just before? Okay, so we'll have to discuss all those things in good time, Mitzvah. And speaking about time, I think we've run out of it for now. And okay, we'll continue with this tomorrow, Mitzvah. Thank you. Very good reading Hanukkah and Meir together, team effort today.
Okay,
And we'll see you all tomorrow, Mitzvah.
Yes.
very good. Shkoyach, Yom Tov.
Have a good day.
Okay, bye now.
Okay, so,
Okay, bye-bye.
bye-bye. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so Well, did anyone speak to Rabbi Moore, or find out about the Hasidic Shiva?
I haven't heard anything more, no.
Mhm, mhm.
I'm planning on seeing you today at I guess about 10 of 1.
Yeah, we'll try for about 10 of them.
You gonna come there?
I plan to. Yeah,
Great.
it's
Good.
on your link or the rabbi's link.
Rabbi.
Yeah.
Okay, very
Okay,
good.
like I said, we'll have to stop early today. I'll have to stop about 10 after 1, something like that. We'll see how we're going. Okay, very
very
good. See you all later.
Okay.